speak of the devil, we do have Niko ready to join us up here on the desk for the winners interview. If you want to invite him up, we've got a headset, especially for you, Niko. First of all, huge congratulations, man. You make it through flawless fashion in that 3-0 gang. How are you feeling, first of all?
Hello, guys and girls. I feel good. Obviously, going 3-0 is it's good. It's very important. We went 3-0, so I'm proud that we kept cool after Ancient. Even Ancient, I think towards the end we could have closed it out after this small comeback that we have done on T side. But overall, we did really good, and as I said, it's super important to go 3-0.
I want to roll it back just to the first map of this series. I know it probably feels like a lifetime ago, that Dust 2, because we heard from Aleksib yesterday after your game versus Spirit. You ended up sealing in that overtime, but it was, incredibly tough for you to get those T-sided rounds. He said he knew exactly what went wrong. He knew exactly what he wanted to improve coming into Dust 2 another time. So what do you think the biggest difference was from yesterday to today?
Well, obviously we watched the game and we immediately fixed the mistake that we could do, like when it comes to strats, but that was not the biggest problem that we have faced against, I don't even know who we played yesterday. But I think the biggest issue was just like our communication and wanting to close out the game too fast. Like we were up 14-4 and then like every round, if we get advantage, we try to hurry a bit, we try to rush some things and we lose the advantage, then the game gets a bit closer, then you start to hesitate. So it was definitely not a good game by us on the second half, and we just discussed it and we made sure that it does not come to that situation again.
Niko, talking about you specifically, right? I made the point coming into Mirage that as of late, you've been struggling personally a little bit on the map. I feel like you've been, kind of like the go-to player when you want to watch a player be good at Mirage. Ever since Mouse Sports and ever since your day in those teams, Mirage has been your home ground. What is it that's been causing you problems as of late on Mirage personally for you?
Well, I feel like it became very hard to play on T side for me. I think in general, when I watch some other players in this role, like towards A, I feel like it became just very hard to play the map basically, because they always expect you. Everyone knows it, like you come after the group play, so it became very predictable. But on CT side is that I struggle as well, because I think we moved a lot of positions. Like I got used to in the old lineup to play with, obviously, with Nexa and with Amanek, so we knew we had a good chemistry, and now with Jax and Monesy it's a bit harder, and I had to micromanage much more and than what I had to do in the previous lineup. So I think that's one of the issues that I have had, but we had a good practice and we have discussed and we have some things set now, so it's much easier for me to play on the map, and I'm still feeling very confident on the.
Yeah,
on
you look good on the server today. You sense it's getting better game by game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just about the start. If I get off to a good start, then it's much easier to play on this map.
Okay.
Niko, I was kind of curious about what your guys' prep was for ENCE on Mirage. They're a team that constantly throws out a lot of plays from spawn, a lot of set pieces. I think they nailed you guys with A hit after A hit, maybe 70% of those rounds. How did you guys feel in that match versus what you thought that match was going to be like?
Honestly, I don't even think we did too much prep for Mirage. Obviously, the guys, Aleksib and the coach, they watched them how they play, and Aleksib just said on the halftime what we should watch out.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew that they play very explosive and that they have B rush, A rush, expo here, expo there. We knew what was coming to us, but I felt like they were just repeating to hit it because we kept shutting them down. So they thought like, okay, maybe we'll think they're gonna switch to B now. So they just kept repeating the A executes, and yeah, we were just ready for it all the time, and that's it. Jax did good. Monesy did good. Then we did some gambles, like where we just leave Monesy on B with top alone, and then we just play for A. If they do default, we just go for some info play if that happens. But they came A most of the time, so we didn't have to react that much.
Okay, what does it mean to you for having an opera like Monesy now? Because he's a guy that we can't stop talking about, and he clearly delivered today, especially on Dust 2. What does it mean to just have that sort of reliable presence with the sniper?
It means a lot, but he unlocked himself 50%. Like what he does on practice is much more impactful than what he's doing in the games. I don't know, it's just a bit different. I mean, there is a pressure and everything, but he needs to unlock himself much more, and we are trying to help him to do that. But like when you see, if he's off to a flashy start, like on Dust 2, like he's going to hit all the shots, right? But if he's a bit getting caught off guard while moving or not doing the piece he likes to do. That happened against on Dust yesterday, for example. He was just doing one thing all the time. He was not taking any initiative. And when he gets to this game that he's playing more passive, then he just gets quiet and he's not going for any moves. And he's the player that you want him to move all the time and be this flashy upper. Because if he's not flashy, not flashy, but
just explosive.
Exactly. That's the word.
I mean, a round that we definitely saw him unlocked, I want to throw it out just to get your opinion on it. Round number 7 that we saw on Mirage on the first half. This was absolutely incredible, the clutch coming out of Monesy here. Could you kind of just walk me through what you were thinking in this moment, how the team reacted after you pulled it off?
Let me remember the round first. Okay. First of all, we just sent him on mid alone with up to peak, and we just explode on A. Honestly, I don't even remember the round.
I think you remember
this.
yeah.
This part.
Yeah. This is what I remember. But like, he's very good in this. When he's alone versus 2 guys, 3 guys, I played this game my whole life, and I see new tricks from him all the time in clutches. Like the things he has in himself is, I don't know, but he's having some crazy. He's pulling off crazy things in clutches all the time. Like I always see some new angles that he's taking, the info plays that he gets but not dies. It's like it's crazy. So
would you say that you're learning from him? I mean, he's very young, and as you said, inexperienced. You played your entire life. Are you learning from watching this kid play?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, like there's just some tricks that I don't know. I've never seen in my life, but he's just doing it all the time, and he's showing us, and we're just laughing. Like, how do you know this stuff? How do you come up with it? And yeah, it's crazy. He's just quite steps ahead of these youngsters.
Well, we do need to recap the results that we've seen so far. Day 2 of the PGL Antwerp. Maybe we can take a look at exactly what has gone down today. Niko, I'm sure you've been focusing just on your games mainly, but I mean, just taking a look at this, any surprises for you today?
Let me see.
Would you feel like it kind of played out how you imagined?
Okay, Liquid go on. I didn't follow Liquid because we played at the same time, so that's good for them.
New news for you, I guess.
Yeah. I think Vitality struggled a bit more than we have expected versus Force.
Did you have an opinion on the Renegades IHC series? Was that your 0-3?
Honestly, I didn't find Renegades that bad before, but I don't know how. First of all, I don't know why everyone put them 0-3. I mean, now I see why, but I didn't find them that bad. Really, like they're not that bad team. So.
What about Inch? You just played against them. Do you consider Inch to be one of the favorites to still progress to the Legend stage?
For sure, I think they're a pretty solid team and they are pretty consistent nowadays. So I don't think they're gonna be facing too many issues unless they get unlucky with the bracket. But even with the bracket they get in, they're still the best team. They're the one who needs to lose the game, right? So they should be making it.
I'm curious to hear your perspective on B&E. Is that a team you guys have been practicing against, and is that a team that you consider to be a dark horse to qualify?
We haven't played them once in practice at all. I mean, when we played them in RMR on this last 2 game, it didn't we felt good. I think it was very easy to prepare for them as well. Maybe that's what some teams are lacking that are playing against them. But yeah, I mean, they won Imperial, and then they won the first game.
Eternal Fire,
right?
Yeah.
Maybe Eternal Fire should have won that game, but yeah, I feel like if I would have to choose one team to go through out of these, it would probably be Eternal Fire over B&E.
Okay.
Same.
I'm curious to get your thoughts on Vitality there as well. Obviously, they're the team that are going to be joining you in that 3-0 spot as well. But you said, maybe you expected them to take it a bit more handedly over Force, or is it a case of maybe Force surprising you in terms of their performance?
Well, it's hard to say because Force on both, like RMR and here, they were winning against a bit lower opponents, right? And the first time they faced Vitality, they put up a good fight, while Vitality has the good 2 days right here. So maybe they're just good. Maybe they're just confident now and they're just rolling with it. And you never know. Maybe they'll just keep rolling and they will get to the next stage.
I just want to annoy you with one more question while we got you here, right? And I'm sorry for it, but I talked a lot about your map pool, and for you guys, I expect you to be a contender to go into the playoff, potentially even win the entire tournament. It's not a secret that Ancient has been a strugglesome map for you guys. Is that something you put focus on? Because winning a major with only having 5 good maps, 4 good maps is not really possible. So are you feeling that Ancient is a work in progress, or are you ready to take on some of the best teams on that map?
I mean, we are ready on the map, but obviously the results are not there. It's always... I mean, we practiced a lot. Like, we knew after RMR that like our range is going to struggle, or that struggle already there. And we worked on it a lot on that and the Nuke, because Nuke we didn't play like for 2 events now. So it's the maps that we played a lot. But yeah, I don't feel like we played that bad on Ancient. I mean, Ents is a great team on Ancient. They are one of the best right now. And I think we had a chance of winning it. I think we should have a better CT side on this map than what we are showing right now, and that's what's costing us today's game and like the game against Australis as well, I think.
Yep.
Well, of course, you are going to have a few days off as we head into that Legend stage, but there is plenty more Counter-Strike on the cards heading in tomorrow. Of course, 6 best of 3s going to be gracing our screens. Are going to be starting off with Australis taking on Team Spirit on the A stream, 4s taking on Outsiders, and ENTS taking on Bad News Eagles. I am particularly excited for that last matchup. Of course, all these teams that we're seeing on that particular matchup, they still have another chance of qualifying if they do lose out on that match.
I like the 4s Outsiders
Yeah?
matchup. I think that's a really interesting one because Outsiders is a team that's kind of been up and down lately, whereas 4s do seem like they're on the rise. So I think that's going to be a nice matchup there. I think a couple of those youngsters from 4s can really prove themselves against a team that has been to a major finals.
Instantly, what caught my eye right here: Complexity taking on Team Liquid.
Yeah.
Right? Only one of those two
yeah.
teams is going to make it.
Oh.
Niko, what about you? How do you feel about that one? Complexity Liquid in a Counter-Strike right now. It's not in a good place, is it?
No, it's not, but I still feel like I need to take Liquid over Complexity.
Yeah?
I don't know, just Complexity never showed up on LAN. I feel like every time like you expect them to do something, they don't. But
Okay.
online, like they're doing a bit better than on LAN. So I don't know about on the other side, Liquid as well is not really showing up either. But they have better individuals. I
You
would
think
say.
Liquid can still qualify for the next stage?
Think they can.
Okay.
Oh.
I believe they can.
Wow.
I trust in that fly.
Yeah.
They're going to do the Cloud9 run, hopefully, maybe for them. Maybe.
Let's
oh,
not talk
yeah,
about it.
hopefully. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Freya.
Sorry about that.
Flashbacks triggered.
Well, thank you so much, Niko, for joining us for this maybe extended interview. I mean, what are you going to be up to for the next couple of days? You've got 3 days until that Legend stage. What's the practice going to be like for you?
Well, obviously we're going to be focusing on the Ancient a lot. And we have a G2 content team here with us as well. So we're going to be recording some funny content as well. And yeah, I mean, we are not going to be taking it too large of a preparation, I would say. We're just going to be making sure we're up to date. And that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to see what you're going to be delivering heading into that Legend stage. Of course, we are back same time, same place tomorrow, this time with 3 crucial best of 3 qualification matches and 3 elimination matches. Make sure you join us then.